Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina and welcome to this channel that is called Croatian Vibes. So, are you planning or are you thinking of starting a business in Croatia, but you are thinking about it and then you came across my video and you decided to watch it? Then you are in the right place. There are so many things that you should know before you start a business in Croatia. Personally, I'm a business person in Croatia. I've been living in Croatia for the past 6 years. I am a permanent resident in Croatia and I have a DOO company in Croatia. So I think I'm the right person to tell you about these stories of these things that happen here in this wonderful, beautiful country that is really, really amazing. But there's so many disappointments. There's so many things that you should know, and all of them are really difficult. But sometimes when you start the business, then things really go smoothly. But you have to know these things before you get yourself into hot water. So, without further ado, let me talk about the first thing that you should know before you start a business in Croatia. The first thing you should know is actually what kind of business you want to start. There are 4 different types of business in Croatia, and of course you have to register your businesses with the relevant authorities, and you have actually to define your business. For example, my business is a DEO company, and I have so many activities that happen in this business of mine. So all the other activities that I think that I'm going to do, for example, we do accommodation, we are now doing real estate, we do other things like tourism and travel. All the other things that we do in this company are all involved there, even if some of them we are thinking about in future. We don't want to go back to the authorities to ask for permission to be able to do these kind of businesses, so we just put them from the beginning. Why you do that, or why we did that, is for us to save some cost, because once everything the list, you have the whole list of something that you have in mind, but you don't want to start immediately because maybe of financial limitations, then you have everything there, and eventually it will just be starting smoothly without asking for permissions from the authority. Because it's really, really, really difficult. Something else you have to know is that closing a company can be difficult, and it can be really hard. It can be a heartache, because sometimes you find yourself that maybe you started your business on a basis of getting a resident permit, but then you decided to close your business after you got your resident permit, and then you found out actually you cannot live in Croatia without that business. So it's going to be very problematic. It can be difficult for you to be able to live here without that permit, without that business. Sometimes if you want to close your business, or if you want to do away with your business, you can sell it to other people or somebody else without going through the whole process, because the whole process takes time, and also it takes money to close your business. Sometimes you can also just stop all the activities of your business and just be paying an annual fee to your accountant, just to show that, you know, to pay for that kind of fee. So it can be very difficult. So just know, once you start a business in Croatia, it can be difficult to close it down. So be ready to to take up the responsibilities, and be ready to be frustrated when you want to close your business and you cannot close it in time, because there's so many hurdles and so many other things along the way that you have to achieve in order for you to close your business. So something else that you also have to know, there are so many delays. Delays, delays, delays. They are everywhere in Croatia. So sometimes you might think that according to the law, maybe you're supposed to get a certain document after you submit your request in 10 days. For example, if I want to build a building, and I am supposed to get my building permit within 30 days, that is going to happen. But alas, it doesn't happen like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen like that. In Croatia, there's so many delays, and you have to work with the delays because of the bureaucracy in this country. There is always a paper that is needed from here, there is always a paper that is needed from there, and then you end up having a lot of issues that are piling up, and then you get frustrated, and it is crazy for you. So be ready for delays. Don't come here with a lot of heat and you want to start a business and you want you expect, for example, if you come from Western Europe, for example, from the Netherlands, then you come here and you expect things will go according to the Netherlands. Here in Croatia, we say polako. That means slowly. So with my husband, we have learned our lessons. If we need to start a process, or we need to build a building, because we do a lot of property development, if we need to build a building in 2 years, then we start applying for the permission now, for the building permit. Like now, if you want to build in 2 years, then we will not be frustrated. And if they need something, if they need an extra paper, or they need some extra documentation, we will not be frustrated. We'll just know it is just part of time. But if you come here and you expect everything to go like as planned and as fast as possible, sorry, this is Croatia. We don't do it like that, okay? So something else you should know is actually multilingual is very important, and it is mandatory in a business. By law in Croatia, an owner of a business is supposed to speak the 2 languages, that is English and Croatian. So don't expect that when the inspectors come to your business, you'll try to talk yourself out by telling them that you can't speak Croatian, because by law you are supposed to be able to speak Croatian if you're not a Croatian speaker. So just make sure that you have employees that can help you translate, or you can also be able to speak Croatian, because sometimes it's fake it until you make it. Truth be told, Croatian language is very difficult. Truth be told, not everybody can learn so fast, especially these terms that they use here, the business terms and the legal terms. It is difficult. So sometimes you just have to ask for help from your employees, and also you should also learn the language slowly. I'm also learning the language. So something else that you should know, it is who you know. So in Croatia, I find it a bit annoying, because sometimes you go to the office and they don't know you, so they're not really much in a hurry, and you have to wait for the whole system and the whole process. But if you know someone and you work yourself down until you know the person that you want to get to, and maybe you bring them some chocolate or some rakia, you tell them your story, and you get interest, they will get interested in you, and they will also get to know you, and then they will have a personal interaction with you. So that way they will be able to help you in your system, or in something that you want to be done. Sometimes it can be annoying, it can be difficult, and you wonder why things are not moving. But if you know someone, like for example, if you know the mayor of the county that you come from, and you go and tell them about your project and why you are interested in that particular county or that particular area, they'll be able to help you, because they also want to see development in their own counties. But if you want to do it just by yourself, be prepared for the bureaucracy, be prepared for the time. Sometimes even if you know someone, it doesn't work, but of course you try your best. But most of the times you also try to really just to get to know people, let people know that you're there, let people know that you exist, let people know the kind of business that you're doing, so that they're also interested in what you're doing, and they talk about you, and then people will get to know you and they'll be ready to help you. Personally, as a Kenyan, I have not had a lot of problems in doing businesses in Croatia, because my husband is Dutch. So when we came here, we were able to get a lawyer, and then it was really easy and smooth. So also, please get an accountant, because it is really important to have your books ready. And something else you should do is get a lawyer, because you can always consult a lawyer when something is wrong, or when you're not sure of something with your business. So I wish you a lot of success. Subscribe to this channel and see you in the next one.